Dropping laughter for 80s pop right now. Our next guest is a music legend, dominating the charts with hits like Tainted Love, Torch, and Say Hello, Wave Goodbye, as part of group Soft Cell. But now Marc is back with a brand new solo album.
Yeah, he's going to be telling us more next. But first, let's take a look back at some of those classics.
Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. I never knew you, you never knew me. Say hello, goodbye. I can look deep into your light and shout, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. I am proud. I'm not space. A no one, a number, a face. No, sir, not me.
Joined us now. What a treat to see you.
Oh, thank you. I've just felt like I'd fallen into some surreal dream then, actually. I was doing all that with you. I was joining in. The laughter was contagious, I must say. It was like...
He had his mouth open, which cheered me up anyway.
Okay.
We just heard some of your new music. So incredible. I'm Not Anyone, your new title track on the new album.
Yeah, it was out on Friday. And you know what? I've had such fantastic reaction from this album. The reviews have been great. Feedback from fans has been fantastic. I think better than I've had from a lot of records, actually. And, you know, I really put a lot of kind of emotion into this record. But I've got to also say I worked with an amazing producer, Mike Stevens, who is an incredible arranger, MD. He works with Annie Lennox, ELO, and he's MD for Take That as well. So he's got a great pop sensibility, and he really gave me a lot of confidence with doing the vocals on this album, because I kind of what happened over the past couple of years, but I kind of lost a bit of confidence, to be quite honest.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did.
Why is that, do you think?
I think when you get, you know, Dermot, when you get a bit older, you're conscious of your voice changing, for one thing. A few health problems that have occurred over the past few years, that all of them have been singers' nightmares.
Yeah, right.
You know, bronchitis, asthma came back, sinus problems.
Yeah.
So every time you approach to do concerts and albums, it's like, whether this the stress brings it on, and this, that, and the other. But Mike is amazing because he really relaxes me in the studio. And many of the vocals I did on this album were like 1 or 2 takes.
Really?
He just said, go for it, you know, and that is the emotion. And I've always been like that. I've never been one for doing hundreds and hundreds of takes, you know, because you get contrived and you think about it too much. So it's all very fresh and very emotional, and it's a very emotional record, I think. I wanted to bring a few tears to people.
This is it. What I loved is you've picked it's an album of covers, but most people would not know these songs. Like, they're not like family favourites, which is why it's kind of a gutsy thing to do. You know, you're not just going, you know, playing by the numbers. You know, these I was looking down here, like, you know, Lonely Looking Sky, Neil Diamond, Chain Lightning, Steely Dan. They're not like songs you know every single word of, but...
Don McLean, Chain Lightning. I don't know Steely Dan's version.
No.
Have they done a version?
I don't know, sorry.
I don't know, but Don McLean... But I'd like to pick songs that surprise people not unexpected, you know. And I think when I make an album like this, I start a year and a half in advance making lists of songs. And for me, it's getting back to listening to music, because you're so busy working and touring and doing things. And I write a lot of my own stuff as well. But I get back to listening to songs, listening to music, rediscovering songs I loved, going down the YouTube wormhole, you know, and discovering songs by artists and things. And it's a great enjoyment for me to do. And I have to whittle that down to 12 songs at the end.
Which is really difficult.
It is, because you have to think of vinyl these days, Alison, because people buy vinyl or download, and CDs are kind of... My fans still buy CDs, but...
I still love a CD.
Yeah, I love it.
There is something beautiful about knowing you've got 12 tracks or 13, 14 tracks tops to sing.
It's classic, isn't it, really? And I love that discipline, because for me, I'd make triple box set albums every single time. So working with Mike Stevens, he kind of brings me back down to earth on that, and he says, let's try this song, or dump that song, or do this. And so for a year and a half, I'm doing lists, taking on and off. But some of them remain all the way through. Things like the title track, I'm not anyone, and it's been there all the time.
Yeah.
But do you split your time then between your own stuff and Soft Cell, and like, how does it work?
Well, I mean, the last 2 albums have been original material, my own solo thing and Soft Cell. And every so often, I need to do an album like this to give me a break from the songwriting. but also inspire me, refresh me as well with ideas. And I put different heads on for different things. With Soft Cell, when I'm writing over the past couple of years for Soft Cell, I have to put on a completely different head and think of it as being I'm making a Soft Cell record, I'm not a Marc Almond record, who is very romantic and emotional and all that kind of thing, you know, torchy songs and things. But with Soft Cell, I'm a little harder, a harder edge. So I enjoy putting on those different hats to work in
Your
different
music
ways.
just resonated. Like, you still play on the radio now, and it still gets the same reaction as it would do back then. I mean,
Tainted love.
well, yeah,
Well,
it
it
does,
does,
like Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. I mean, it's just brilliant, beautiful tunes.
It's true. I mean, and the thing, you know, Alison, you mentioned Tainted Love, which has taken on over the years like a life of its own.
It's bigger than you now.
It's bigger than me, you know. And I do a concert. Whatever I do in that concert, or new material,
You have
or
to do that.
whatever, if I don't do it, then it's a huge flat feeling at the audience, and you feel like this is the moment I can have a holiday on stage. Because everybody will sing it. Say Hello, Wave Goodbye is another one. And everybody will love you for everything you do and forgive you all your self-indulgences.
Well, listen, best of luck with it.
I'm back on tour in the autumn with an album, with a tour, I'm Not Anyone, which is all covers. I'm celebrating covers from 45 years in music this year. So I'm picking covers from the past 45 years, as well as all the popular ones as well. So my personal
It's going to be sold out in
favourites.
seconds, isn't it?
It's hard putting a set list together for that show, I can tell you, it really is.
Oh, good luck with
Marc's,
it. Thanks,
album,
Marc.
I'm Not Anyone, is out now, and Hammond is about to touch it. Oh, it's
There it
number
is.
one.
Thank
Number
you.
one. all of a
Number
sudden.
one.
How did that happen?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Get away.